top of the hour, it did send us in. Oh, no. What's wrong?
Can you hear me? Okay, they can hear. So I had the wrong mic on OBS. I didn't do a sound check, unfortunately. I had the wrong mic selected on OBS, and the desktop audio was disabled. Hello, everybody.
Uh,
Welcome to Cardboard Conversations. I'm Matt. We have no Pat. We're going to be talking about our Magic 30th tickets experience and extravaganza and how much of a clusterfunk it was. It's
oh,
quite
man.
it was quite a mess. Just almost as much as a mess as me starting this broadcast. So
Yeah, well, hey, looks like we're par for the course then, I guess.
hey, let me know how volumes are for everybody. Hopefully we're both equal volume, and if I need to adjust anything, let me know, and I can adjust that on the fly. But yeah, we're basically just talking about the tickets went on sale at 1 p.m. on Wednesday morning? No, Thursday morning, and they had said nothing about a queue, but then all of a sudden you go to refresh the page around the 1 p.m. marker, and you go and get put into a line to then be put into a queue. So
It was terrible.
it was horrible. Yeah.
Nothing was explained. Good thing we were prepared. You know,
Yeah, I had
like,
to.
one of the big things was looking at the information beforehand that we did have, to know what ticket level I wanted to buy. I was angsting over that.
Yeah.
If I
Oh,
had
for
had
sure.
to try to parse through the information on the spot to figure out which ticket I
Oh
wanted,
no.
never would have had time to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of options if you scroll through it. Like I have the page here below. If you scroll through, they kind of go through the ticket packages, and they have like what kind of like special cards you get, and then you kind of scroll through, and you have like the single day package. This is for the kids for $20, and the adults are $60, and that's just for one single day. You'd have to spend $180 total for if you want to go for all 3 days. Then you've got like the weekend package, which is a little bit of a discount at 160, and the kids are $50. But then there's the VIP packages that have even more things in it. And this is just kind of going over like, what do you want? Are you going to go with the Pearl one, which is more of a Infinity
Sold
based
out.
VIP type thing, or the Commander package that gives you the exclusive Command Zone event thing?
Well, and I wanna stop right there 'cause there's no place that I know of that even talks about the command zone.
I saw that. I forget where, because they were talking about Josh Lee Kwai, and basically the Command Zone
Jimmy Wong.
team are going to be there inside that zone. And plus, from what I read, it's supposed to be like a zone where like everybody's just going to be sitting there playing Commander the whole time, so you could just like take your Commander deck and just go play just for fun. That'd be kind of cool.
And can you get in there otherwise, though? Because I
I
didn't
don't
see
think
another
so. I
offer
think you
to get
specifically
in the
need
command zone.
this Command Zone because it says Command Zone access all weekend.
Right, but what I'm saying is, where did it explain that?
Um, their page is a bit difficult to navigate.
Yeah, I
The
think that's
information is
an
kind of all over
understatement.
the place. And then you have the VIP package here, which is the $700 package that has everything. It has both of the VIP packages. Basically both of these two VIP packages, the Pearl and the Ruby
Also,
combined.
well, if we go up, though, if you go back to the other one, the non-command zone one,
The Pearl one, yeah.
I believe that's the one that has the exclusive Friday event,
Yeah, this
with,
one with Mark Rosewater.
Mark Rosewater, which also is not explained anywhere.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing much about that. But yeah, the VIP package, this is the one we both Rob and I wanted. It's my birthday. Literally the event day starts on my birthday. I've never been to Vegas. I'm just going all out, and so Rob and I were just like, yeah, let's just go for the VIP package. Which then was a roller coaster of emotions cuz you're buying these tickets on the website. You get put in queue. So luckily Rob was put in the queue early. He only had to wait 10 minutes. And when I clicked the link, I guess I clicked it later. I was put into queue and it said you have 33 minutes. And I'm like, in 33 minutes, these VIP packages are going to be sold out. I'm like, there's no way it lasts 30 minutes. So I'm already pissed. But then Rob, he was like, call me. I'm like, okay. So we get on
Hold
VoIP
on, it
on
gets
Facebook.
hold on to your socks, boys and girls, because this is where it starts getting even worse. But I do want to backtrack just a touch.
Okay.
It wasn't just a simple choice. I was talking with Sherry Vegas the night before, really angsting about it. But she did point out, look, you're already dropping $2,000 on your thing to go there. Are you
Yeah.
really going to quibble over another couple $100? Because I was going to get one of the VIP packages anyways. and you kind of glossed over the VIP event, the VIP lounge, the access to the VIP lounge. Nowhere else does it explain that you could buy that a la carte or get it.
Yeah,
You
this
couldn't
this
just
yeah.
pick these things like a buffet, right? There's no place that it explains anything. They go over the merchandise in detail, but they don't explain the events in detail, which is what you're really there for.
We don't even know what the VIP lounge has in it.
We
We don't
still
even
don't know
know
what
it.
it is.
It could
We're
just
just
be.
going to it.
It could literally just be like a section that has like some chairs and like some fucking tape around it, and it could literally be like just you get to go here, and like there's nothing
Free
special
bottle
about
of
it.
water.
Yeah, yeah, you get free bottles of water, maybe some cookies and
Here's your
and
VIP water.
some popcorn.
So we didn't even know that, but we did. I did hammer it out with Sherry Vegas. She's like, you almost never go anywhere. I haven't been on a vacation in over 4 years, people.
I don't travel anyways.
And
This will be my
you know,
second time on a plane.
yeah,
really.
she was right. You might as well go for it. So I was, really set, prepared, ready to rock and roll. I bailed on my boss's boss I was in a meeting with a few minutes early so I could go get set up for this. So understand, already very anxious, already got the page set up. Matt's woken up from sleep, so I know he's, really kind of probably a little fuzzy headed at the moment
Yeah.
too. And
It was a rough morning, too.
it's a special event. Really, really primed and pumped for this. Know exactly what we're going to do. Get into the queue for the queue, then get into the queue to buy tickets, and we'll pick up from there. I mean, it was already a little stressful.
Yeah, so he tells me call me on Facebook. So we get on Facebook chat, and he's like, I can get that. I have the VIPs in my cart. I can put a second one in there. Do you want me to just buy yours for you and you can pay me back? I said yes. I'm still 20 minutes out in the queue. If you've got them, secure them now. Go. So then he's going through. He's
It's
checking
not even
out.
10 at that time. So we need to give a timeline. It wasn't even 10 minutes after at that time. It was like
No,
5 minutes after at that time.
Yeah, it was maybe 3. Like it wasn't even. It was like it was very quick. He had him in his cart very, very quick.
Because it said on the page where you purchase the tickets. Maybe we could bring that up. Can we go to that page? Because this is not the page where you actually buy the tickets, by the way. If we go back,
I wonder if I can go up to the top and go because there's still you can
so
still buy tickets now.
Go to where you can buy tickets. Yeah. So you notice this isn't even the WotC site.
Yeah, it's some
Not
called.
even the
It's
Magic
called
Days.
Grotix.
And it talks in there where you can purchase. All right, well, but we don't know this yet. But, so understand, we didn't have those sold out yet. But it talks after I add the ticket here. So I don't think it says it here, how to purchase tickets. There was an additional link, right? Okay, go back. Yeah, because it takes you here. So if you go back, notice what he just did.
It's the queue.
When he clicked on it.
Anyways, basically, when you're in the queue, it said you have 10 minutes to check out. Is what it told you.
Yes. But it says that you have to specifically put each person's name on the ticket.
Yeah.
And I'm going through the entire ticket purchase with both tickets in my cart. I get to the final step, and I'm like, I get to the final step. You notice how there's three steps there where it says tickets 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get to the 4th step, and no place did it tell me how to put somebody's name on the tickets. And I'm like, shit, did I miss it?
Meanwhile,
and there's how to buy tickets on the cart website page. And when I clicked on that, it took me out of the cart to that help page with no way to return to my cart. So when I clicked back, it took me to the beginning part of the page, and it looked just like that. Sold out. Not even 10 minutes after.
Yeah, he still wasn't we were not 10 minutes even past the time where you're allotted, the 10-minute checkout.
It was like 6 minutes after the hour. And Matt can attest. There was a string of vulgarities, very loud.
Yeah, I was a little worried. I thought he was at his office just yelling obscenities he was rifling them off. And I'm sitting here trying to be I'm trying to be the one that's like kind of focusing him because he's pissed off. He's like freaking out. And I'm like, well, listen, okay, yeah, we can't it's sold out. What are we going to do? There's nothing we can do about it. I'm like, but the Ruby and the Pearl packages, we need to decide which one we're going to go on because
we're trying on the fly.
Yeah, on the fly. We're like, which ones do we pick? Because it's like, they're going to be sold out too. As you can see, they're sold out right now. So we're sitting there discussing. I'm like, well, we want this one. Well, I want this one. Well, this is the thing that has this one. So we're trying to parse the information all in like, you only have a few minutes. So then my queue pops. So I'm like, I'm in the queue now. I see, yeah, the VIP package is sold out. I'm like, this is a fucking bummer. So then we're sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, I want the one with the command zone access, and he's like, well, I want the one with the Rosewater, Mark Rosewater, Infinity. I'm like, okay, well, like, so we're trying to figure out which what. Meanwhile, I'm refreshing the page because I'm expecting to see one of those packages being sold out, the Ruby or the Pearl. So I'm constantly refreshing the page, kind of updating to make sure we're not missing out on everything. Because if we missed out on every VIP badge, I would have been so disheartened. It would have been horrible. But what I see when I refresh the page, I see the Black Lotus is no longer sold out. I don't know how I don't know how that happens, but I'm like, Rob, stop what you're doing, refresh the page. Can you add a VIP? He says yes. I'm like, add it. I checked out, he checked out, we got it. Don't know how the fuck it all happened, but like, holy, that was a roller coaster of
What
emotions
a
and a
cluster funk of a 5-10 minute period that was. I was wrecked for the rest of the day. I'll be honest. I was emotionally just effed. If you saw me on the round table, I
went to sleep.
It was a bad day.
I needed to get to sleep. I had such a rough morning already. I was so stressed out.
Oh, look, is it the party that's sold out too? That's a new one.
All three of them are sold out. All the VIPs.
No, the party.
Oh, yeah. Looks like the party sold out as well. I can't scroll all the way down, but yeah, it's sold out.
So, what we wanted to try to share with whoever is watching this and listening, realize that this is just the first event for Magic 30. There are going to be, I think they said 3 or 4 more events throughout the year. I think the next one's in Charlotte, North Carolina, or South Carolina, whichever one that is.
So this is the party that you're talking about, the Crimson.
Yeah,
the Crimson Saturday
sold
Night
out.
Party. That's sold out. So we secured that. That's included in.
Yes, that's in our
pack. So that's nice.
Black Lotus package.
I don't know that I'm going to enjoy this, to be quite honest. This Saturday night thing. I'm not a big like drinker, go to party man. So like to me, this looks boring as hell. But I'm still going to go because a lot of times I'll think something will be boring or I'll think I won't have fun. And if I just do it, just force myself to do it, a lot of times I just have fun because I'll be with Rob. We'll be hanging out. It'll be a good time no matter what. We're in Vegas, baby. Come on. We'll be all right.
A party in Vegas. What a bummer on Halloween.
I know. It's such a downer.
Oh, that sucks. But, I want to do it because I want to be in the places where we're going to rub elbows with celebrities. Maybe it's the only chance that we'll get to do a shot with Mark Rosewater or, talk to actual Josh Lee Kwai or Jimmy Wong or, whomever, you got to give yourself the opportunity to be in places. I'm selling that book. I'm selling that backpack.
What is Little Girl? Is this like a thing? Am I supposed to know what the hell this is?
It's not Little Girl. It's Lil Geary. You're way to go, Jake. It's not Little Girl.
Is it not?
It's like Lil Geary.
I've read it like 6 times. Is it not Little Girl?
No, it's not Little Girl.
Oh, look at that. It actually is Little Geary. So what the hell's Little Geary? I don't know. I don't know what Little Geary is.
Humpty Dumpty? They're all Humpty Dumpty.
It does look like Humpty Dumpty with like a big or a golf ball. It's even textured like a golf ball.
Or egg. I don't know.
Or an egg,
I don't know.
This backpack seems
just like, hey, you want to point out what I pointed out to you just before the stream that people may not have realized yet about the Magic 30 logo?
Oh, yeah. Where's I guess this
it's over my head. It's over my shoulder.
But yeah, over his shoulder. If you look, I didn't even recognize this, but it kind of it's made more noticeable when it's the white background. Instead, like the pin doesn't look bad, but it kind of looks like a diaper. I didn't even realize
adult diaper. It's the adult like diaper Magic 30th.
And the black one kind of looks like a sumo wrestler pants.
It's Captain Underpants. But so, some of the things with these events coming up, like I was talking about, we're trying to give you guys our take on what happened to maybe share with you and save you from running into some of these issues for any of the events you might want to attend the rest of this year, or maybe just events in general. So number one, and the most startling takeaway for me from this was being prepared for it, knowing exactly what I wanted when I went in, right? Knowing that I was targeting that VIP pass. Because the speed with which it sold out was less than 10 minutes, I can promise you.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got tickets. I'm expecting
Luck,
still
serendipity.
I'm expecting that people like put it in their cart and did what you did, and either that or the 2 that you had in your cart Once you
released?
left, it got like put back into the queue shortly after, and then we were able to grab them because I couldn't add 2 to mine. I don't even know if you tried, but when I went to check
No.
out, I went to click 2 to try to secure yours, and it wouldn't let me. It only let me put 1. So
Yeah, I don't know. A guardian angel over one of our shoulders. Something I don't know. Serendipity, luck, zippity doo dah. I don't know.
yeah,
But I can promise you that I would have been very upset having them in my hands and doing something stupid like clicking on a link while I'm in a shopping cart
me.
on the page.
Meanwhile, I'm reading to him, telling him that he's okay. He doesn't need to do anything. I said, after you check out, you'll get an option. And then he starts swearing, and I'm like, well, what's happening? And he clicked the link that I'm reading. I'm literally reading the page he went to, trying to tell him that he's good, but he was just laser focused on making sure. I mean, he's about to drop $700 on a ticket that might not go to me. So it makes sense to try to make
$1,400.
sure. Well, no, the $700 would be wasted if you couldn't transfer it to me after the purchase.
Oh yeah. Oh
So it
yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense. It makes sense to confirm that you're not tossing $700 into the oblivion. So I get it, but when I was reading it, I was like, yeah, you're still good. The clusterfuck doesn't end there, by the way, guys. So after you buy your tickets, you get to sign
Actually,
up for.
it's a recent clusterfuck that Matt just learned before his
I
stream.
just learned
So,
about this. This is cool. I thought I did
listen,
what I needed to do. So when you buy your
so
tickets,
hold on to your Captain Underpants because so let's go to the next stage. So after you buy your tickets, let's walk through what's supposed to happen. And there are parts that are selling out now. So if you think you have this and you're here and you've done this and you think you're in these events, you're not.
yeah,
Let's walk.
unfortunately,
Can you walk back a step and show them how? Like the page just before this. So once you get your ticket, you're going to get a confirmation.
well,
This page right here
I don't know
tells
what.
you have it.
Well, I'm only. I don't know. So sure, I'm not gonna scroll down any further because it's got like my address and stuff.
Right. No. I just wanted to say that you
Wait,
have that, but then
hold
you
on.
have to show them
Yeah,
where
there
they
you
have to
go.
click.
There it is. So there's this thing called register for tournaments. You click register for tournaments. So you come to this page, and I'm gonna walk through how my thought process goes. I'm gonna walk through how I did this because I'm like, this is how you register for a tournament. So I'm gonna remove this because it's already sold out. So I guess who cares?
If I could just interject, I had the exact same thought process, but I'm like, man, it doesn't feel right. And so I called the helpline, waited online for like 2 hours. Well, not really. They were like 20 minutes, but I had to call them twice. And I'm like, something doesn't feel right because I went to their how-to page. And so when you wanted to add something to your cart, right here. So many of these have already sold out. So show them the Friday 2 p.m. just so they understand.
I can't unless I
Oh, that's
remove
right.
this from. That's why I'm giving him this. So this is what I
Well,
did.
you should remove it
I'm like,
because it's
okay. I'm like, say I want to sign up for the Commander Boss Monster. Say Rob and I wants to sign up. So I click add, right? Add. Okay, so now I see it. It's here, Friday, October at 3 p.m. It's in my managing schedule for Matthew Barham, Black Lotus VIP package. Boom, it's in my schedule. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm signed up. So then I scrolled through and I'm like, okay, Saturday. I already signed up for something on Saturday, so we're good. Very cool. What if I wanted to sign up for 4 p.m.? All right, we'll add this. Boom. Okay, so now I'm signed up. I left the page and I thought I was good, but apparently. It doesn't make sense. It says purchase add-ons. To me, in my head, purchase add-ons means so you're signed up for the event, but there's more stuff you can buy. So then I didn't even click this because I'm like, I don't want to buy more stuff. I just want to sign up for the event. So I'm like, okay, so I'm signed up for the event. So
you're not technically signed up for the event yet, though.
Well, in my head,
You're
I
not
am.
signed,
In
you're
my
not
head, I'm
signed up
signed
for
up.
it until you purchase it,
But apparently, you have to click purchase add-ons. And then you go to
which
this
then
page,
takes you to this page.
and then it goes through all of the things that you have in your cart. So if you see here, I clicked that I thought I was signed up for the Modern event, which I was going to be practicing Modern for the next 3 months to go into this event, which you had the chance to go into a beta draft, to draft a beta box, which would have been badass. But instead, I added it to my cart, but I never checked out, basically. But they didn't. This ticketing system is so stupid.
So when you're here, you can't even purchase next if you scroll down, just so you know. So I'll walk you guys through the step. You see the quantity? See how you can't go next yet?
Oh,
You actually have to add.
You have to
How
add the
dumb is that?
quantity.
You only have the option to add One.
Yeah, it still says. Well, yeah, it makes sense. You can't. It would make sense
So
not
why
to.
not just auto-populate it?
Yeah,
Either have a remove.
there's literally no options. You guys can't
I
see
don't know what third grader designed this entire website. First of all,
Rotix,
links not opening in a separate pop-up window is just dumb.
especially when
That's
you're in a
old
queue that
tech.
like removes it when you click it.
Not a queue. How about a shopping cart that takes you away from the shopping cart that doesn't have a navigate back to shopping cart button?
Dual Brain, everything's not actually sold out. Like people keep saying that, but like if you actually go to the event, there's still plenty of events. There's tons, to be honest. Maybe not the ones that like people want,
There may not be the events you
but there are
want.
plenty to be. There are plenty to be in there.
You have to go back one more. You're not like there yet.
I don't remember where I was clicking.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. This whole web page was so unintuitive.
Oh, I have to go back to.
You have to go back to your like purchasing. Well, we'll manage that later, but
Yeah, it's fine. You guys saw it before, but there are plenty of events that are open. As you've seen, I was scrolling through and adding more stuff to the cart that I haven't signed up for yet, which is great. So now I have to go back and confirm that I can even sign up for the same thing that Rob signed up for the Boss Monster event. And then you gotta buy. Then that actually, I was okay. So prior to this, when I had clicked on it, I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty happy that they don't even like force you to purchase the things that you're signing up for. I'm like, that makes sense because I'm not going to be playing for 3 months. You don't need my money 3 months ahead of schedule. Turns out, nope, they want your money anyways.
I think on many of them, I understand why, because they need to like not overbook for the prizes that they're giving out. They may not have enough of the prizes that they're offering. But what they should have done is set a limit on just even putting it into your cart there from the webpage. You know, like, hey, stop it once X amount of people fill up, right?
Yeah.
But just reserve it for the people that have it in their cart. It's so bad, folks. It is so very bad, unintuitive. Understand, Matt and I are both IT pros. We're on computers every day, all day.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with many different things in my life. If it involves a computer, it's what I excel at. So when you have a website that's completely unintuitive for normal or for IT people, normal people are going to be like, I can't even check
dude.
out.
How many people do you think are exactly like you right now that think they're signed up for events
Oh, I bet
that
you
are ultimately
tons.
going to get there and go,
'Cause
oh, I had to purchase
why
it?
would I
Oh,
purchase
man.
add-ons?
Woo!
Like it just doesn't make
There's
any
going to be some
sense.
pissed off people. Mark my
What
words.
I'm hoping for is that there will be pop-up events. There's going to be like additional events that you can just sign up for on the fly. I don't like.
I'm not just trying to bash WotC. I'm not, but this is effing terrible.
I hate having to schedule something 3 months ahead of time. I don't know what am I going to be doing at 2 p.m. on a Saturday. Next week. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to be doing. Like having me, that's like my work requires me to schedule all of my vacation in the beginning of the year. How will I know where I'm going a year from now? I don't. So like having to schedule these events, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. What if there's something really, really cool happening at that 2 p.m. slot? And what if I want to be there instead? I don't know. It's just so much. The information's all over the place. We're going to end up scheduling something in the middle of something really cool. I hate it. It was the worst experience signing up for an event I've ever had. Which, to be fair, I haven't signed up for many, but.
So I hope that some of this is, going to be useful and like a PSA for folks out there, because that's the real intent of what we're trying to do tonight, is share with you that, whoa, it was rough, and we are pretty experienced guys in the IT tech world, and it was not intuitive for us. And
I wonder
ultimately, I
what their
think
visual
Matt
guide.
and I are both stoked as hell to be going.
Oh, yes, yeah. I'm still excited to go, especially since we secured the package we really wanted. Had that not happened, my tire would have been definitely deflated a lot. It would have been something that I would have been like. It's such a. It seems like such a privileged thing to be bitching at. Like, oh, I only get the
I know with what's
Pearl
going on in the world.
package.
Yeah,
But like,
I get it.
but at the same time, I don't travel. I haven't been on a plane in 12 years. Like the last time I flew, I was one time, and it was 4 connector flights. I don't travel anywhere. It's just not it's just not what I do. So when I go out of my comfort zone to this awesome event that it's on my birthday, these are all things that are like
Vegas,
lining up to be
baby.
like this best awesome thing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going all out. I'm getting the best thing I can get. I'm getting the VIP package. I'm getting the, like, I'm treating myself sick, nice, and like then it gets like taken away, and then I was just sitting there like staring at the phone. I'm just like, what a clusterfuck. But
Hello,
luckily,
Christopher. Yeah,
luckily,
it was
it all worked
rough.
out.
So if you're just catching up now, hopefully, please you rewind the video and catch up to where we are already at, explaining the events that we went through just registering. So uh, be prepared if you have any inclination to go to any of the other events or even this one. By all means, reach out to us and we'll try to help you. If you have any questions with it, you can. I don't know. We don't really have a Discord set up, do we? We should probably do
I've
that.
thought about,
But
yeah, I plan to. Yeah.
I'm around often enough on different sites that you can reach me. At worst, you can send an email to gamingbob21@yahoo.com, and I'll try to make sure I keep up on that. But I want to get to Twiddler's question here about the Post Malone, but I want to get through the Vegas thing in the first place. So I lived in Vegas for 8 years, for those who are not aware. I'm pretty well traveled. I was in the military for 10 years. I've taken a lot of flights. Plus, my daughter had to fly 4 times a year. Don't want to get into that. So understand that going to Vegas in and of itself, like even if there was no magic event,
Oh yeah, I've never been to
there
Vegas.
is a lot of shit to know about Vegas. Like the primary mode of travel you're probably going to want to take is called the Deuce. It's a bus line. It goes up and down the strip every 15 minutes. It's $20 for 3 days. Because if you try to Uber, if you're not aware, the Vegas Strip is not a walking event, folks. It's 7 miles long.
I was gonna ask about Ubers. How if Ubers would be a good Ubers or taxis or whatever.
There are Ubers and taxis. Understand when you taxi, there's like hidden fees sort of because you're not standing on a sidewalk picking up your taxi. They have to wait, and so your meter's running from the second you call them, and it's very expensive to get around via taxi.
Okay.
It's
So
also expensive to get around via Uber.
so the bus will be. I mean, if every 15 minutes should be plenty.
Yeah, and
You just gotta plan
it looks
ahead.
pretty nice. Like the Deuce, what a terrible name. Who
That's
the
a
hell decided
stupid
that's a
name.
good name for a bus? I guess it's appropriate for the diaper convention,
Yeah, true.
but yeah. Well, Christopher, you're right. He says don't let them take you on the freeway.
Yeah, I've seen the meter
Yeah,
goes nuts when you're on the freeway.
taxis are just they're everywhere, and they drive like maniacs, and it's just it's if you really need the convenience. I haven't Ubered because Uber wasn't a thing when I lived there. I left back in 2005. But I can promise you, you don't want to drive on the Strip. It is a nightmare. Plus, parking's a nightmare unless you valet, and I don't know if that's changed. Even a Vegas pro like myself, living there for many years, food situation has entirely changed since the pandemic. Most of us used to depend on the buffets because they were reasonably priced. They actually took a loss on the buffets just to bring people in. Most of them have closed down.
I was
And the
gonna
ones
ask
that
about that.
remain
Yeah,
have, like, tripled their fees. So you're looking at, like, $65 for a buffet.
not a good deal.
It's
Well,
it's it's
I
ridiculous.
guess it depends on how good the food is.
So, I mean, it looked like the Main Street station, by the way, which is all the way at the end of the strip where the expo actually is. And understand that this event is at the World Expo, and that's all the way by the Fremont Street Experience, which there's something there, but there's a big shitty part of the strip, or at least it was, between the Stratosphere and the Fremont. It's too far for a walk for me. I don't feel like walking 15 miles a day. We will be staying at the Paris, which you can see over my shoulder with the Eiffel Tower, which is in the heart of the strip for other things to do. Vegas can be overwhelming. It is going to be an overwhelming experience for many people, and things that you need to be prepared for. Things are going to move super fast. If you're, little Timmy from the Midwest who's never been anywhere, Vegas is going to have it all, folks. You're going to see shit there. There's international travelers. It can be dangerous, like right off the strip. I remember many times, hearing like gunshots, like right behind the strip. It's a noisy, busy place. People get mugged. There's pickpockets everywhere. You got drunk people walking around stacked with money. Of course, it's alluring for all the nefarious types.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a bad place like Mexico City or some shit. Well, Mexico City's not that bad, but there's some dangerous places. So you have to be cognizant. On top of everything else, you're going to Vegas, and there are going to be things that you want to know about Vegas itself if you've never been there. Just knowing simple things like where to eat. What do you do with your valuables? You're going to be in a hotel room. So my advice, get the safe that's in the hotel room. Pay the extra money for the safe. If you have valuable cards, money, jewelry, whatever, traveler's checks, put that shit in your safe. Pay the extra money. Understand, Vegas is going to be full of fees for everything. They have service fees for everything. Let me say that again. Everything in Vegas costs money. Everything. The flight and the hotel are cheap. Everything else costs money. There's going to be panhandlers on the streets trying to hand you flyers for sexy girls. My very first night in Vegas, I stayed at some shady hotel past the end of the strip, past the Fremont. 2:00 in the morning, a pair of hookers knocks on my door. I'm like, I didn't order any hookers. Go away. And then I get a phone call about an hour later, like 3:00 in the morning. I'm like, I didn't order anything. And they're like, we're going to take the money. We're going to charge you. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm in the Air Force. Go ahead. You try it. And then I got a call again at like 4:00 in the morning. I'm like, all right, I am not staying at a fucking shady hotel again there. And it was only $10 more to stay on the strip at like the Sands, which doesn't even exist anymore, or at the Sahara, which I don't think that exists anymore either. At any rate, it's something that can be overwhelming for somebody who hasn't been there. And I'm going to tell you right now, spend a little extra money for a little nicer hotel. Do not go bottom of the barrel. Anything in Vegas, spend that little more to be somewhere nice, to be on the strip, to understand where you're going and what you're doing.
I would have
So
had no clue. I would have went a lower I would have went a lower
you don't
hotel
want
not
to do that.
even knowing.
You just don't want to do that. And when you are there, it can get pretty dicey not too far off the strip. Pretty quick. It can get really shady, faster than you would expect. There's a reason that cops films in Vegas a lot.
Yeah.
Sin City, fast moving. It's, transient. People are in and out of there before, anything happened, before cops could even find people. People are there for like a day or two. So understand, it's a fast moving city, and you need to be prepared for it. Simple tip. Here's a pro tip when you're in Vegas. Do not put your wallet in your back pocket.
No.
Put it
I
in
don't
your
even do that
front
anymore,
pocket.
ever anymore.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's a lot of people still do. I still say,
Yeah.
don't put your cell phone in your back pocket. I see that all the time. I know girls like to do that. Do not walk around with your purse unzipped. Keep your hand on it when you're walking. Do not walk around with your backpack unzipped, and be conscious of where your backpack is, especially in a convention. We hear it all the time. Put your chair leg over your backpack loop, all that kind of stuff. All these things that you would be aware of in a normal tournament anywhere, be aware of that the whole time you're at the strip. And you're going to be drinking too. You're going to forget things. So don't carry a whole lot of money. Just be very, very aware of yourself, where you are. And if you have traveled there alone, try to make some friends at the event.
Yeah.
Try to pair up with people that are there. I would not have gone by myself. I don't like to travel alone. That is just from experience a bad idea. Anything can happen, and then nobody would know. They'd not know how to get a hold of me. What if I just fell down the last couple flight of stairs, tripped over something, ate something bad, went into a hospital? At least
Yeah.
I have Matt who can call my loved ones and, let them know that, hey, you need to come out to Vegas. There's a thing going on. So, let people know where you're going. Let people know, check in with somebody back home. Just these simple things to keep yourself safe, and then follow through on it. Don't say, hey, I'll call you, 7:00 every night, and then whoops, forgot to call, and leave your loved ones in the lurch.
Yeah.
Do some of these simple things, folks, that are just good travel practices if you're not familiar with traveling. And Vegas is an international city. I don't know how else to put it.
If you guys are interested in this is a slightly off topic, but he was talking about pickpockets. There's a documentary called Pickpocket King. a really good documentary that kind of explains why you don't want to ever put your stuff in your back pockets. Give it a watch. It's good information about how easy it is to take something out of your back pocket.
So I mean, I don't know. Do you have anything more to add about the Vegas 30? Other than I don't want you guys to leave with the impression I'm very stoked. I am so excited about this whole thing. We're doing it the right way. We're doing it up. We're gonna give you guys the information, hopefully as much as we can when we're there. And then afterwards we'll have how did it go? What were the different events like? We're gonna try to video as much as we can, pictures. We're gonna absorb it and try to share it with you guys. So please make sure you tune into us. Uh, you know, as we're there and when we come back, if you want to find out like really what it was like to have boots on the ground there for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah,
And we've spent the money on it. So
there's a thing somewhere, I forgot where it's at, but it basically says that we can't like take pictures or film during the event. I'm going, unless you get expressive, written information, or permission rather. I'm going to try to see if we can get it for our channel so that we can at least do some stuff. Because for me personally, I don't have really the best memory. I don't have a photographic memory. Like I can remember things, but I can't remember, like I can't put images in my head. I can't like remember something vividly. Having a picture or a video of all the stuff that we're doing to me is more valuable than anything, because I want to be able to remember this, because I feel like it's going to be one of the highlights of, recent time in my life. So I'm hoping to be able to.
I hope it'll be a highlight for your life, man. I hope it'll be it'll make the highlight reel. This is a special event. It's a special thing
we're actually going to be there. What, Wednesday?
Yeah, we're actually, so that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that
too.
was a whole clusterfuck as well.
Right. Well, but not only that, they've changed it twice since I've talked to you about it last.
Have they?
I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, but it's only like moved it like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there.
Okay.
So it's like, but we had intended to leave Wednesday. I told him, like, we want to get acclimated. You're gonna want to get acclimated to Vegas. You're gonna want to get your head around you. He works nights.
Yeah.
We're gonna have jet lag. We wanted to get there and have a full day before events start to get acclimated to Vegas. So we wanted to be there Thursday during the day. We didn't want to like, oh, what happens if flights are delayed and things are late Thursday night? And, we didn't want it to screw up the events starting on Friday.
Especially flying Spirit Airlines.
well,
which I've heard is horrible, but they're all horrible. So carry on.
So I was like, he agreed that, yeah, let's take one extra day before the events get started to, get our feet under us, to understand the travel system, get used to the bus schedule, get used to the food stuff. And so we can just, not be screwing around when we're there on Friday and lose a day of the event. So we scheduled for Wednesday evening, leaving Cleveland, which your 4-hour flights going to Las Vegas, right? Getting in the evening time, like around 8 p.m. to settle in and, get some dinner and go to bed and get ready to start getting our schedules acclimated.
Yep.
And I get notice from Priceline. Hey, your airline has changed your schedule from 5:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. on Wednesday.
A bit of a swing.
So it's 6:30 now, by the way.
A.m. or p.m.
It's a little better.
Okay.
But what that forces me to do is to take an extra day of vacation, because at 5:30 p.m. I could have got off at 3:30 and made it to the airport in time. So I have to take a whole extra day of vacation. Plus, we can't even check into our hotel. By the way, I checked on that. It's 4 p.m. check-in.
Wow.
So now we're going to be there at 8:30 a.m. with our luggage.
For 5 hours. Actually, no, longer than that.
For longer than 5 hours. It's going to be like 8 hours walking around with our luggage. So it's it's a whole thing. But we have our tickets. We have our hotel room. Because I think as you get closer, guys, my experience with traveling, the closer you get to an event, the more expensive it is and the lesser availability. You have to start, you get the table scraps. You get the shittier flights, the non-direct flights, the bad rooms. If you're going, I would highly recommend, even if they're going to change your schedule, which is the first time I've ever had airlines change my schedules on me.
I didn't even know they could do that. I thought the whole purpose of scheduling ahead was to like secure that flight. And
usually it is, so you get the good time slots.
Changed.
Yeah, but it's going to happen. Just like with these tickets, right? Just like with these tickets are going to sell out for your flights, and if you're cutting it, to the quick, if you wait till the last minute to get your airline tickets and your hotel rooms, you're gonna have to settle with for what you can get, and it's gonna be a busy weekend. You're talking at least just for the Magic event, which isn't even probably a blip on Vegas's radar. That's an additional 30,000 people going to Vegas. So it's going to be something that you want to be prepared for. Like I said, combining this event, which is just like, if you're there in Vegas, there's millions of people, right? It's Vegas is a different animal. It's going to be a lot for people to process and take in that have never been there.
Also,
We should probably cover the health thing too.
if any of you plan to go, feel free. If you see us, stop us. Say hi.
Oh yeah.
It'd be awesome to meet you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
Any of you.
I'm not going to be carrying a pen around to sign anything, so please don't ask me to sign something, but feel free to pick my brain, talk to me, take a pic,
My
whatever.
penmanship is horrible. You don't want me to sign something. My signatures never look the same.
What's our signature? But so, I mean, if you have a pen and you want me to sign your butt cheeks, sure, go for it. No, I'm not signing your butt cheeks. But yeah, please approach us, talk
Get him
to
a few
us.
drinks
That's
first, then he might sign your butt cheek. No.
Yeah, I wanted to cover the health thing real quick because it was something that Matt brought up to Matt beforehand that was actually shared to me, I believe, from Sherry Vegas, who found it first, and that is that you either A, need to be vaccinated and show proof of vaccination for COVID. I guess we're allowed to say that in this context. Or you need to do a COVID test and have a negative result, but they don't explain how that COVID test is going to take place. They may do it on site. I don't know.
Do they do it on site, or do I have to like go to some place, get a test,
no idea,
and then take them to test that it was negative? Because I don't even know, like, but do I have to like bring I don't even know what the test looks like. I've gotten tested multiple times, but it's been like at CVS or some pharmacy.
Again, this cluster funk of how they're doing this, there's no explanation. Like, I don't know where we're even supposed to find that information out. I guess we're going to find out when we get there. So you also have to wear a mask the entire time at the expo.
That's going to be horrible.
That's going to be awful. That is going to be complete shite. I hope they have air conditioning on full blast.
Look at this face. Me in a face mask, like, I'm not opposed to it as far as like it being a thing to have. I'm opposed to it because, like, having a mask on with this beard, it's like swamp fucking face. It's horrible. My breath is hot. It gets all moist and sweaty. It's not good. I run hot. So, like, having a mask the entire time is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I could see myself going out of the areas where, like, probably in the hallways you can take it off, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'll go outside if I have to.
So it's not.
I can't stand having the mask on either.
It's the expo center. It's not WotC. I'm on their official page. It says face coverings must be worn at all times and must cover the nose and mouth of the wearer. Yeah, except for when eating and drinking.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna have a drink in front of me the whole time.
There you go.
So at any rate, I do want to cover a couple of things real quick. Number one, Sherry Vegas, great question. How many people in this chat have tickets to Vegas, and who else is going? And I think she means for the 30th anniversary. Anybody else here plan on going or have tickets already? Love to hear it in the chat. I also wanted to cover the question that Twiddler had about the Post Malone collaboration. I haven't followed up on that, but I did try to get into, if you guys aren't aware, Post Malone had that contest, which, oh, by the way, the day of the actual event was the 11th when the tickets went on sale. So had I actually won and gone there, I'd have missed out on the event.
Yeah.
I'd have missed out on the 30th.
Wait, how is the virtual sold
I don't know.
out?
Is the virtual sold out?
How does that even work? Why? What?
So at any rate, I tried to do the Whatnot app, and I was in it and prepped for it and ready for it, just like I do. I'm a very proactive person, and it kicked me out the day that they did the drawing. So I was like, "Oh, that's awesome, Posty."
I don't even.
They maybe should have had like a dry run to do like a giveaway beforehand to test it out. So there's a lot of people that are very upset about it. I didn't even bother watching the event. I heard the guy that played against him has no clue how to play Magic. I don't know if he won or didn't win. I kind of just put a sour taste in my mouth about the whole thing. Well, if you're talking about the virtual being sold out as far as like the secret lair on the secret lair site being sold out, that's one way to get in the virtual ticket. I don't think they're going to sell out of actual virtual tickets. If you're talking about the virtual tickets that was the secret lair drop, where you got the secret lair with the mystery booster box and the virtual ticket at that time with the secret lair drop, I know that's sold out within like 30 minutes. I don't think they're talking about this site, Matt. I think that they're talking about the WotC site for the secret lair drop that they
Oh
had.
no, you can still buy the ticket. I can't.
Yeah, I think you can still buy the actual virtual tickets.
Yeah. It's still here.
I think it's probably going to be unlimited for virtual tickets or virtually unlimited. Giggity. Yeah.
Well,
So you can buy
it
the
only lets
virtual
you
ticket
pick
here.
one.
Yeah. Well, it's probably only meant for you to pick up one,
Oh,
right?
what if you? Well, that makes sense, I guess. I was like, what if you want
Yeah, they
your
don't want
friends
you
to
probably
watch with you? You
sharing
got to
around.
have a ticket for everyone. No.
I, I I don't know, but there's going to be a virtual Q&A, which is probably going to be a cluster funk with those as well. Access to Magic 30 merchandise. That's a whole thing I don't even have time to get into.
Oh, he's
I
talking
am
about the
very
secret lair one.
okay. So Kyle beat Posty in 3. Is that so? They did a best of 3, probably to stretch out the event.
That makes sense.
I like the concept of it. The execution on that was also terrible.
I
Like,
didn't even know anything about it. Besides that, apparently it crashed the Whatnot app, from what I understand.
um, you know, I'm glad to see that type of attention on Magic. I think that the more that we grow Magic, the better it is for all of us. It really is. Those purists that are like, don't you kids ruin my Magic by putting in squirrels and Fortnite and Warhammer and all the. You know what? You need to kind of broaden out to different audiences and in every different form and be more welcoming. I'm a very inclusive kind of person. I hate being exclusive. Um, so I want people to join in my fun. I want everybody in my gang. And I want everybody to be able to have access to Magic and keep this wonderful thing that us closet nerds who suffered through it for, decades to have access and be acceptable. And I really want it to be something that reaches a wider audience. So I'm very happy to see all of that stuff.
As far as Christopher's question about whether we think the little girl Greery, whatever that is, saves
Terrible
the
secret
day,
there.
secret lair, if it's worth the value, I don't think so.
No, not even
All,
close.
I don't personally. I don't even know what it is, Little Geary or Humpty Dumpty. I don't know what that is supposed to be or what it is. But the cards themselves, none of them are worth money, and it's like $40. Yeah,
Kind of looks
40
like an
bucks.
upside down Tamagotchi. Little egg game you used
Greed
to
is the only
incubate.
card that it's 21 cents. Curiosity is like an uncommon. Peak is like uncommon. Vandal Blast is an uncommon. Last Chance worth money.
Used to be, but not. I mean, it's only because it's a rarity kind of print.
As
But
far as value is concerned, I don't think it's going to hold much value at all.
so unfortunately, I have a prior engagement. I'm going to need to dip out here in just a couple of minutes. I don't
Last
know if
Chance
you
is
want to stick around, Matt, and field
$41.
questions.
Last Chance is actually $41, so maybe.
But it won't be after this. Like,
It,
you know what I'm saying? It's going to drop because it was a rarity print.
right. It already has dropped in the last month. It went from 57 to 49, down to 41. So it's plummeting already. So I would say it's one card in the entire set. If you like Little Geary, probably buy it. If you don't, I don't think it's like one of those things that are going to like double your money in 6 months or whatever. So it is going to be semi-exclusive since there is a limited print run, which is nice.
Eh, very, very lukewarm. It's very unimpressive for their 30th. Like,
Yeah.
this is the 30th secret lair, really?
Yeah, I wish it was something
Oof.
better. I'm getting one, but it's gonna stay sealed and
It
on a
doesn't even have
shelf.
like it's like a flavor.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense. But yeah, I think that's good for the day. Hope you guys come out to the event. you guys come out, come say hi, and hope you guys enjoy yourself. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. And thanks for watching, everybody. And next week we'll be on Pat the Pauper's channel for another Cardboard Conversations. And who knows what we'll talk about next week. See you guys later. Oh, Rob froze, so. Oh, that's fine. It's perfect timing. They lost power. But yeah, so Rob froze, and I thought he was just being quiet, but actually froze. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.